I'm hearing. I had another thought, quick PSA. If your boy's fly is down, please let him know. Do not let him walk around like that. I almost stepped on stage like that. That is not good. Thank you.
It's a zipper to anyone.
Yeah. MC Pan. Oh wait, no, my bad. Evan.
Evan's not here.
Oh really?
Yeah.
MC Pan! Please give it up for MC Pan, everybody! Woo! Good, how are you? How y'all doing tonight? You still awake out there? Yeah! I'm MC Pan. I got 3 songs I'm going to do for you. I don't have my instrumentals tonight, so I'm just going to do them a cappella for you. Alright. This first one's called The Nine. I am before the first word spoken at the dawn of time. Call me the Nine. In my pure essence I am bliss, I'm sublime. Wake up, seek and ye shall find all the deep questions on your mind. You're already a genius, I'm just here to remind. Don't rewind, point you ever onward and upward. Why descend if you can't reascend into the sky? Then back down again. I can manifest anything at the tip of my pen. Sometimes my ink bleeds thin. We are all tattooed to begin. Notice the wing behind the grin within the pathways of God's heart. She was the first to start making art. You are the one playing every part, break apart into separate entities, incarnations, the creator and the creation. Source of all imagination, spiritual being having human experience, physical or another density. What's the difference? Is a simple life really that mysterious? The Scorpion with the Sagittarius, touched by interplanetary dust. I guess that's the seed for wanderlust. The upper crust of trust. Visualize, all philosophies discussed. Sometimes I see it all as stardust. Look for the Nine, universal love shine. I am thine in mind myself. Waheguru. Look for the Nine, universal love shine. I am thine in mind myself. Waheguru. The Nine, spinning through every sign, through the design, until every heavenly body aligns. The middle way is between the lines. To another God you would respond in kind. Is it a yin and yang or a 69? Remember you're part of God's bloodline. The treasures in your heart, the eternal gold mine. Activate the Christ consciousness grid lines. In mid-fine I sip wine as we shine, replacing a certain architect's design. Come into divine harmony, never misaligned. If I tell you I was there on the spaceship, would you laugh and say it's all a trip? I'd like to discover what's still in the vice grip, the ice lip strip as we go for a nice dip. Christ fits. What if Jesus came back with a pair of tits? She'd tell you to sit and hit you with the righteousness spit. After the Sermon on the Mount, you can watch it as a YouTube clip. I can see the vampire's teeth where the blood drips. How could you not get turned on with God strips? Trying not to get caught in the lust I slip. Release resistance on the main hip as I spit in a British accent like Scroobius Pip. To be or to be, that is the question. Whether it is nobler in the mind to suffer this meditation, calculations of time frames of mantra recitation. I have to satisfy my kundalini addiction. So with you I feel the attraction, the love in your eyes, the compassion. I'm a cash in on this business. As my verses make me timeless, time lapse till I collapse. I'm spilling these raps. Between me and hip hop there's no gaps. Even the angels give me daps. I never beg for scraps. We're one being, one living God, all seeing, all hearing, and strong. Look for the Nine, universal love shine. I am nine in mind myself. Waheguru. Look for the Nine, universal love shine. I am nine in mind myself. Waheguru. With the Godseed creed, sipping on the mead. This is the time we exceed indeed. Proceed with all the plans to bring heaven to earth. Thenceforth you shall remember your birth. The dirt will quench your thirst at childbirth, spawning little gods and goddesses. I left time-release genes to activate, that's my hypothesis. To this new frequency we acclimate. Exponentially we accentuate your cognizance. Discover the omnibus is bottomless. Be prepared to meet the prophetess. The necropolis is monogamous. Your self-consciousness crammed into a sarcophagus. I am the Renaissance. We cancel the apocalypse. As our consciousness eclipsed the abyss, the bodiless rottenness of politics became a dictatorship. As we all symbolize the crucifix, If we are the witch, become the broomstick, addict transfixed. If we are the witch, become the broomstick, addict transfixed. Thank you. Woo! Alright, this next one's called Kingdom Language. Surrender to prayer, release from the snare. I escape from the lair, filled with eternal power. Be prepared, almighty protection, never cower, don't be scared. One day, I will be married across the ocean ferried. She's the one I'll carry. I'm not a Jerry, call me Miss McSherry, properly respect me. Symphony, prosperity, and Israeli evading captivity, you cannot capture me. Our infinity and prophecy, the currency of eternity, deciphering the truth of excellency. Did they copy me? Probably. That's why I spit in kingdom language. Only to evil we do damage, leave the demons famished. Let the parasite languish with he who strengthens me. There's nothing we can't accomplish. Yeah. Electric blue, communication. This is kingdom language. Angelic, new consummation. Speaking kingdom language. Leaving dust, desperation, downloads in kingdom language. Head bowed with the congregation. As the 9 immortals, we trekked the holy mountain and drank when we found the fountain. The false ones found in counting. Money changing hands and then rerouting, adding and subtracting. Accountants continually calculating, crunch numbers and inflation. I work with elevation, imagination, stimulation, and divine inspiration. I see men marching in formation. The wise hold the keys to manifestation. If we keep within this calculation, you'll assuredly increase your vibration. He cast creatures across creation, redemption. Some of us contain the blood of masons, see Satanists coming to salvation, turning from their transgressions, witness the transfiguration, then feel a new sensation. This we call it Zion. This we call it Zion. Electric blue, communication. This is kingdom language, angelic. New consummation, speaking kingdom language, leaving dust, desperation, downloads in kingdom language, head bowed with the congregation. Ramadasa Sase Sohung, Ramadasa Sase Sohung. Every day we pray for healing and discernment for what we're feeling. Forgiveness and change from when we're kneeling. The day when the bottom and the top and they're stealing. Sometimes I catch myself pleading for fair treatment and more leaders. We don't need more preachers. Initiate yourselves as teachers. White robes and shining features. Do you wear sandals or dirty sneakers? A watcher watch the world. Open it to find the pearl, a vortex, a spiral, a swirl. Extend the reach uncurled. We don't play God games to get a score. I'm done watching so much gore. Keep safe that secret spore. Pour living water on the core. Singing in the rain and to perform within the storm. Human unicorn. Singing in the rain and to perform within the storm. Human unicorn. Thank you. This last piece is called Metamorphosis. I'm just floating. Ascension like a demigod, demigod. I speak the people's mind, call me demagogue, demagogue. This is pure soul, you're an analog, analog. Grow with me to the promised land, the hip-hop synagogue. I emerged from Plato's cave, crawling like a worm, a larvae toward my calling. But what if I found myself falling, stalling on the track, but still mauling the whack? Cause I'm coming back from the underground, but still gonna track the facts. The evolution of my sound started out in a Greedo, shat out of darkness with a questionable libido. My aim was still to get free though, but it's hard to call it a hell when you feel low. Even in hell.com where I'm from, I knew I had that real flow. See, no, once I passed the worm stage, I'ma fly like a flock of seagulls. They chopped down the tree of knowledge, built a treehouse in a bloody collage, where I was initiated, radiated, illuminated by Illuminati. When they raped me to do damage, fuck a bandage, I languished in a new language, a different kind of challenge in fallen flesh. But I spit fresh day mesh to cross-dress mess. Fuck it, I confess, instead of cursing, I made it blessed by breath. Separates me from the rest. It's a test to see if I play chess. Etch stress into the press, I don't feel less because of my death. Hit refresh, I'm wearing a dress. Will I evoke hip-hop success? Yes! Connected within the light sex. I'm your fetish, your obsession. I'll give you the ditch to relieve this tension. This is the spiritual metamorphosis, the nilotic, with the spiritual psychosis, the nilotic, psychotic doc. What's your diagnosis? rocket, phonetic, epileptic, prophetic, leave 'em in hypnosis. I'm floating, I'm rocking the boat when I release you with this pen, unplug you from the matrix, but still, only I have the tricks to remix the apocalypse. I'm sticking till this beat to you retreat. I will perform past hip-hop beats. See this speechless greeting when we're meeting. From rage, the enemies keep fleeing. But if you're true, come meet me, you free me when you see me. So I built you this galaxy to dismantle this world's fallacy. But that was treasonous blasphemy. Rejected from the family, as if infected with a political malady. Hungry with no salary, Sherry already scary. Prepare me is what they did. Turn focus away from the sexual abuse of the kid. Rubedo, almost hidden darkness with the heartless. Now I transmute rage to powers keeping us caged. Locked up in the maze of confusion, no solution. DNA change, illumined mutated fusion. What's the finality conclusion? Cause what is without is within. Mired in their sin. Try to exercise the gins, fuck government, the anonymous still wins. I feel the cold winds blow through the flow of my poems. Just show them, society's in my head. Maybe we're already dead or locked in bed, it was all just a dream. But I still say fuck the mainstream, maybe I should morph it to midstream so I can achieve my dreams. Yeah, I live in a meta world, in a metaphor, fuck meta girls with ill metaphor, word magic can be a tool of the fascist. I'm an immortal. Just my DNA coil, planting words in spirit soil, meet me at the decibel portal. Se Trinitas, Metamorphosis alchemist, change spit to golden mist, I'm emerging from the cocoon, transcending past the gloom, and release the psyche from its doom. This is when I become a mutated form, emerging from the storm of demon swarms. Be informed to perform, spirit deformed and physically conformed, deformed. I worm my way to freedom, through wisdom perceived as treason. I was a heathen, ripped to pieces for one reason, revolution season. Eden garden needed Sodom as a medium, no longer is of indigo, chosen experiencing evolution. Vertigo, coming through the radio. Satellitic analysis is a catalyst when I insist to be a lyricist. The alchemy of desire, roomy wings inspire to attain attributes of a monarch. Butterfly can't silence me violently, the dark can't kill the spark. Split you down to quarks. Kaviga eye, little butterfly, there's a multiplicity within me. I multiply like passers-by to sing you a lullaby with a powerful quality pulled by Mercury. Now I'm Hermes with hermetic perceptions, hermaphroditic sensations. I reach mystical vibrations, torched by truth, blinded by the proof of our divinity. Music inside, we are infinity. Now you sing for me. The Godhead said, as my mortal form bled, flesh is just a body. Your spirit is what's godly. Don't follow me. We are the universal fluidity, holy trinity, femininity, masculinity, the God within the entity, the deity, the enemy, the imagery, the instrumentality, and empathy. I emphasize solidity, because our sickness is an inability to reach maturity. We are the epitome of eternity. Cleanse the doors in your heart. Don't ignore it. You're at war. Peace is in the core. After immortal, then there's more. I spiral past the trials and temptations, because there's only one destination. Promised land, and we're there. Finally, you possess the realization. Material is the fraud, but look inside yourself to find the God. Opus Magnum. Thank you.
Woo! Woo!
Alright, I got copies of my new album, Risen Kingdom. Get at me, $5.
Yeah,
I love you guys.
Is that high in here?
Woo!
Yeah.
Thank you.
Much love, brother. Much love.
Thank you.
I just want to get one thing straight. There's too much lazy writing nowadays. And that right there was not that. What's your SoundCloud? You got like social media?
Oh yeah, I forgot to say that. You can find me on YouTube, MC Pan, and Bandcamp. Bandcamp, MC Pan. Download and stream all my music.
MC Pan, everybody.
I got 18 albums.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, MC Pan.
Next up, we got Johnny. Johnny F. We got a Johnny in the building. Okay, great. Thank you. I keep yelling. And yeah, we need some more like positive rap. I think a lot of angry stuff, poisoning everybody's brains.
I know, right?
Kind of, it's just let's get on a wave of like excitedness for each other, maybe, or something like that. Sport's cool. Still setting up. Now I'm your regular. Tip your bartender. Tip him. I would take this time to like sing.
Do it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, I know one song. I don't really know the words.
You don't need it.